guys, we're going to do a 30mm eye. This is a Ridgeback. I don't use these for customers anymore because, like the name says, there's a ridge on it. And that makes it a little difficult to paint. But we're going to do the best we can. So the first thing we need to do is create a pupil. So what I do is, I put it on my corner finder or center finder. This is actually from the hardware. And I just draw a line. That's it for that. And now we're going to get our paintbrush. We're going to use a fine point here. Actually, I have this from a nail polish liner that is gone, and so I just kept the lid. So I've got my black paint here that I've made, and I'm going to give it a stir to see how thick it is. If it needs to be, oh no, it's fine. Sometimes these get a little thick, and the way that you can fix that is to just add a little more of your suspending base from Brambleberry. Now if you know of another place to get this, by all means use it. And let me know where you get yours, because I use quite a bit of this. I had a 16-ounce bottle and it lasted me about a year. Of course I painted a lot of eyes, so here we go. I'm going to dip this in here, scrape off just a little bit, and I'm going to start in the center, let it rest, and then I'm going to pull it straight down and lift up. Same thing on the other side. And if it's not really smooth, I'm not real worried about it. I just want to make this eye just a little bit wider. And I will clean it up once it's dry. Oop. Okay. And I'll clean this off here so I can use it again. So I don't need the black anymore. And I've got some Totally Teal, which is what I just made in the last video. And I'm going to get some blue. I'm getting low on the blue. Totally Teal. Yeah, let's put this in the center. Okay, I want to test these out. See how thick that is? I'm going to add a little bit of the Brambleberry. I have a feeling my green might be a little bit thick too. So that thinned out really nice. That's ready to go. Yep, and my green is thick too. See how that... Okay, that's ready to go. And you're going to need one more tool. I use a dental pick, and it just depends on which one I find first. I either use this dental pick or this one. But they need a very sharp point on them. So we'll check and see if that's dry. I don't think it is. But I'm going to take my X-Acto knife now. And I'm going to take my blade and I'm just going to scrape it. until I get the shape I want. This is too bulbous, so I gotta bring that down. And I'm not attacking it really hard. I'm just lightly going to the edge until I get a scrape. Yeah, it's still wet right there. And now I see that this is still too big, so I got to take this off. Okay. So now I can't paint on this until it is completely dry. I'm going to show you something here. This one has been dry for ages, and this is what happens if you let them dry for too long. So I'm going to just go in and gently scrape. Oh no, watch, it's going to work just fine. What happens is, if you scrape it and it's been dry for way too long, it'll start chipping. But sure, make a liar out of me now. No, I can't make it work. No, I can't. I can't show you the mistake of waiting too long to let it dry because it's not working. Oh well. This one is completely dry, so we'll just use this one. So it doesn't matter if you start from the, in my technique, it doesn't matter if you start from the outside or the inside. But I like to use 3 different brushes. I like to use a small brush for the center, a medium brush for the middle color, and a larger brush, these are all round, for the outside edge. So I'm going to go with the outside first, and I'm just going to dab it on. I don't care how it goes on, other than the fact that I want it to be thick. And this is messy, so if you have finger cots, I would suggest you use them. In fact, I think I'm going to get some on right here real quick. But close that. Clean off your brush right away so it doesn't dry. And now we're going to go in with the totally teal that we just made. And we're just going to delicately put in some here, and we're going to leave room for the pupil because we want to get that green in there. That's why I say it doesn't matter. You can do the center part of the eye first if you want. Okay, I got a little too much right there, so I'm going to push that back. Just like that. Now we're going to go in with the green, and we're going to go right over the pupil. Because what we want to do is moisten that black paint that we used to paint the pupil in. Cover it right up. Okay, I'm all done cleaning my paintbrushes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over. My hand's shaking. And what I do is I hold it like this so that the pupil is horizontal. And now I'm going to take my really sharp pointy tool, and I'm going to start on the bottom edge, and I'm going to work from behind, and I'm just going to start scratching back and forth until I get a good blend. But you want to kind of work fast, because if you don't, the other side can get a little sticky on you. And if it does, that's okay. Okay, and now see, I'm hitting the pupil and I'm pulling that black nail polish paint out, which is one of the reasons why my pupils are, and this is going to sound like I'm bragging, this is one of the reasons why my pupils are so good, because the line of, if you look at your pupils really closely, they have lines coming out of them. It's not just a solid color there. Okay, now I'm going to go do the other side. Starting at the bottom again and working my way up. No painting, drying, scraping, painting, drying, scraping. This is the easiest way I know how, well, this is the easiest way I've developed. If there are some others out there, let me know, I'll try them. But I sell my eyes because of this technique. People like this. And, you know, you think I'm giving away my secrets? No, I'm not. It's not a big secret. I don't care if somebody duplicates what I make. I think that's actually very flattering. But there are people who don't want to do this. They don't want to make their own eyes. So they come to me. And you can create any custom color you want. You can mix your mica powders. There, I'm all done. Quick and easy. Let's see if I can. Let me stand up here. Is that not the coolest eye? And it's all done. I didn't have to do any painting, drying, scraping, painting, drying, scraping. That's it. So let me go ahead. This is a little too soon. But I just want to show you, this is how I coat the backs of my eyes with more nail polish. Just black nail polish, a good thick coat, and that's why they have to cure for 72 hours, because you don't want, if somebody's wire wrapping this, you don't want the wires to be gouging into your work. You could even go so far as to put a coat of UV resin on the back if you want. I don't, because this seems to be effective. I've never had any complaints anyway. So there. Now the back is black. Clean out my paintbrush again. And I'm going to flip it back over. Isn't that pretty? So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try and give me a comment as to how yours turned out. When you do the scraping on the back, it's just a little bit of practice. I think 3 or 4 and I have the technique down. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you watching me all the way through. Like, subscribe, share this with your crafting friends. If you know somebody who's always wanted to do this and they didn't have any luck doing the other techniques that they've seen on YouTube, send them to this video. I would greatly appreciate it. It will help my channel tremendously. So we will see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.